Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show. We are now joined by Aparna Bajpai, who won Best Mrs. Catwalk and Mrs. India Globe UAE 2018, and then followed that by becoming the brand ambassador to Mrs. India Globe 2019. She is now founder of BeingShe, and she's here to tell us all about BeingShe and how it's actually empowering women. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Casey. My pleasure.
We literally just went over a little bit of what BeingShe is, and I want to let all the audience know exactly what you're doing. You yourself started 3 years ago and have grown something amazing. Tell us a little bit about it.
Sure, it would be my pleasure. First of all, thank you so much for inviting me for this lovely interview and the opportunity to spread the awareness about the whole concept of BeingShe. So BeingShe is an ecosystem for women. And here the whole motive and the vision for the company lies in creating a lot of opportunities for them through different initiatives, through different campaign, giving them that exposure, that self-development, their learning and knowledge. And ultimately, they see a lot of transformation. And then definitely it adds on to their personal and professional growth.
Okay, so there's BeingShe, but then also it looks like BeingShe has grown. So you have a lot of arms and a lot of legs. So there's also BeingShe Universe, for example. Yes. What is BeingShe Universe in comparison to BeingShe?
So BeingShe is the company, is the umbrella. And we have different verticals. So every initiative has different motive towards it, and different campaign leads to different journey and different destination. BeingShe Universe is the first signature event that we started way back when the actual company started. And it's a fashion and talent show. So in that, internationally women participate, irrespective of their age groups or marital status or nationalities, as long as they have the eagerness to learn, to grow, to succeed, to get that exposure, to get that international networking. We have many success stories as well, what we have executed in past. So yes, BeingShe Universe is more to do with the lifestyle, fashion, motivation, exposure, limelight, networking, and growing your own self.
I'm so interested to learn about the specific success stories, talented individuals who you feel have really, seen some growth and development. Can you maybe highlight one person who you feel has had an amazing story?
Amazing. The others will kill me actually.
Who are the others and why?
There's so many success stories.
Of course. Yeah.
But I think the one which touched my heart is about this beautiful Ukrainian girl. She was our ex-BeingShe Universe runner-up in 2020. She's been a very good entrepreneur and businesswoman. But I think she never had the confidence to become an author until she was there in BeingShe Universe and she experienced the whole thing. She has that transformation, that personality, that real her coming out, and then that turned her into an author, and she released her book Synergies.
That must be so amazing to see.
And it is so beautiful, and she has dedicated the whole chapter on BeingShe, and she has, appreciated what she has learned through the experience and how it actually showed her different side of her strengths and a different personality altogether, and pushed her to become an author.
That's so lovely.
There's so many more. There's so many more, people turning into entrepreneurs, people starting their own companies, people becoming an anchor, people becoming models, and film stars, getting the roles in Netflix. And there's so many of them. So
it's so interesting, and it's a female-led organization for females. But what is in the news at the moment, of course, is Miss Universe, because that's just announced the first time ever it's coming to Dubai. It'll be launched in Dubai. Do you think there are parallels, and also why do you think, I guess, these are so popular right now?
So, this is, Dubai is very fortunate actually to have all of this falling in place at the right time, especially after this COVID situation, where after pandemic, people really wanted to come out of the miseries and hue and cry making for the pandemic. So I am so amazed to see how the international bodies are falling in place in Dubai, and Dubai is being highlighted because at the end of the day, Dubai is a city, is a magical city, and it has supported so much to women causes. And even for BeingShe Universe, it is under the patronage of His Highness Juma bin Maktoum Al Maktoum, and he's been a super supportive personality towards women initiatives. So I guess Miss Universe, coming to Dubai, it is adding another feather. We definitely are appreciating a lot, from our perspective, because it is in the pageantry space. But at the same time, for BeingShe, we are not in the similar space, because for us, it is more about the real women, not specifically any particular mold or anything else, but and not only looking from the fashion perspective where you're only creating models, but an overall perspective of creating a women of substance and overall personality of a woman coming out, from all the strengths, and getting them the opportunities which they have always dreamt of.
Interesting. So I know, let's say for example with Miss Universe there's age requirements. What are the qualifications you need to enter BeingShe Universe, for example? Yeah,
so definitely, Casey. So I guess that's another distinction where Miss Universe has particular, first of all, it's Miss, and the other contests are misses as well here, and all in the worldwide. So how BeingShe Universe is distinctive, we do not categorize them as per their marital status. We do not use Miss or Mrs. category at all, because for us it does not matter whether you are married or unmarried, you are a divorcee, you're separated, you have kids, no kids. That is, we are not limiting them with any apprehensions. So that is a very beautiful way of appreciating a woman, just being a woman, so that is one thing. And secondly, about the criteria, as long as you are 18 plus and you are until the age of 45, any nationality, as I mentioned, married, unmarried, and the most important part is, why would you want to be there? What is your purpose to be there? How you want to take this victory or the learning or the experience forward, how this will add value to you.
But what's interesting is how it will add value, but things that you've said, like you've given the opportunity has come to these women to become entrepreneurs and to become authors, and the success stories there. So that is probably what people want to achieve. Exactly. But how does BeingShe give that to them? What programs are there that actually create these successful women or help?
Yes, definitely. So BeingShe, any vertical of BeingShe or campaigns or initiative under BeingShe does not restrict our participants or members only until that campaign or initiative. So we owe them. They become the family member. And then because of our international networking, because of our team working 24/7, 365, creating those kind of opportunities for them, grabbing that kind of attention for them, and keep them updated, and getting all those meaningful and fruitful collaborations for them. That is how they get to that success. Even after they win, they don't win, as long as they are the participants and they are members with us, we take care of them.
Interesting. Yeah. We're talking a lot about BeingShe, but I also kind of want to talk about you, because what you've done is you've built this success story and you've kept it female-led. And why do you think that is important? That's run by females for females.
Okay, so BeingShe definitely is an extension of my life story and my life journey. So just very briefly, I got married very young. I was only 19 when I got married. I moved to London with my husband, and I did my MBA in marketing from London. I had a successful career for 8 long years into retail sector over there. And then I gave up everything for my daughter. And I was a homemaker for 10 years.
I think a lot of people will relate. A lot of
women will relate to this. And for almost all those 10 years, when I was growing my daughter, and I was playing the role of this housewife and a mother, still that eagerness, that passion to do something was there. And I was like, I am meant to be doing so much more, not only this. The only condition from my family side was you cannot take up an employment. And I was like, okay. Then somebody like me, what should I do? I have the resources, I have the passion, I have the knowledge. You know, I have the willingness to do something, but what and how and where? And honestly, Casey, you know, that particular time, you know, I was looking for a body, I was looking for an organization or a platform that can actually help guide, you know, encourage or uplift or hold my hand, you know, to tell me, okay, I am here for you, you know, and you have so much more in you, and I'm here to push you to the right direction. I think that encouraged me to say that, why am I cribbing? Why am I not the maker and creator? And why don't I start something like this? And where I can, you know, because there's so many of us around who really are eager for a platform like this. So why not me? And that's how the concept of BeingShe started. It's amazing, and it's so real for so many people, because, you know, we hear about entrepreneurs, but how often are we actually jumping into starting our own thing? And you started it, and there's BeingShe Universe, which we've spoken about, and you also offer different programs. So there's for example, a training program, a 5-day development. What would, for example, I learn if I went to that? So this 5-day program comes under BeingShe Universe itself. So the criteria, the steps are, the first, you know, the interested participants come for the auditions. So auditions is not to look how beautiful or how good looking they are, but to understand, as I mentioned earlier, that why do they want to be there? What brings them to this platform? For me, as the founder of BeingShe, and to this concept, it's very important for every member or women or participant to have that clarity of thought. You know, and that helps, because together we will grow. I always say this, it's not one person or one team, it's everyone has the contribution. And to me, I am a big believer in giving back to the community, because I always believe that, you know, a community plays a very important role in every individual's success and the life journey, you know. So we have to always give them back, and, you know, we have to do something that creates that kind of awareness and togetherness. So yeah, so auditions, once the auditions, you know, the finalists are selected, obviously then they are going for this 5-day of training. Now in that 5 days of training, it's a complete, you can imagine, an individual personality transformation training through various life coaches, international motivational speakers, your marketing skills. You know, we even train you how you should be developing, you know, latest marketing skills and techniques. Either you are individual who wants to start something, you are a startup business, or even if you are on a higher level, on a C-suite, you know, in a professional space, how can you aim for the next promotion which is due in for you, you know, with your personality development, with your public speaking, with your soft skills, everything else, you know. And definitely there's a huge role of fashion and glamour which is attached to it, and it makes it more interesting for any one of us, isn't it? I mean, all the female, it's very natural. It's very natural for all of us to get attracted, and why not, you know, anything that can be more fun, that can make it more interesting instead of the boring lectures. So I'm a bit on this side, you know, making things interesting. Why not? And then definitely it all ends up with a grand finale which has huge audience and media exposure, media involvement, royal families, you know, VVIPs, big corporates, big brands owner are there, you know, big companies are there, and that's become easier for the contestants or the participants to present their best selves in front of all of them to gain more growth in future. Interesting. And are there dates for this this next BeingShe Universe? If, for example, the auditions and the 5-day training program, when are all these things taking place? Yes, so auditions is very much due now on the 29th of October. That's final, and we are receiving... 29th of October, get in touch with Aparna, get these applications in. Yes, and for the 5-day, towards the end of November. We haven't announced the dates as yet, but it will be towards in November.
right before we started this interview, I said that I'd like to do a little bit of a potential catwalk learning because I imagined that that's what some of the ladies would be learning. But Aparna told me, no, people can walk, but something else that they need to learn is what?
Yes, absolutely, because as we are talking about universe and people representing them in front of the, the huge grand finale stage in front of so much of audience and media, a lot of people don't understand how to hold the microphone correctly.
So should I get a mic and see?
Definitely.
I'm worried about this because holding a mic is sometimes part of my job. So, but I'd love to know if I'm going to get it wrong, get it right.
So, Casey, usually when you are, in the public area or, you're interviewing, it's fine, whichever way you're comfortable with. But especially when you are presenting yourself on such a prestigious platform, and in front of the media and everyone is just looking at you, then there's a particular way of holding the mic.
I'm very conscious of my hands right now. So we are going to get a mic holding tutorial from the founder of BeingShe, Aparna. How am I doing?
Great. I can show you a better trick.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Okay.
Take it away.
So this is okay, but this is how you hold it.
Oh, how the professionals do it.
Yes.
Okay. Who knew? Okay, and what if the mic is thicker? Ah, okay. Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
And easy forward and back.
Yes,
hello.
exactly.
So not this. Why is that? Is there a reason or it's just how it's done?
Like how you hold a wine glass, I mean, every wine, red wine has a different way of holding it. The white wine has a different way.
I didn't know that.
Even I can have the tutorial on that too if you want.
Let's have that after hours. You'll come back.
Yes. So I think that is something many people don't know, but that's quite interesting to know actually, on the stage, and it looks super cool and beautiful, when someone holds it like this and then talk. It looks very royal.
It's good grip, and you have if you have jewelry, you can promote it.
Exactly.
That is incredible. Thank you so much. So this is Aparna Bajpai, the founder creator of BeingShe. If you're interested, how can they find you?
Oh, we are everywhere. Social media, all the handles are BeingShe Official. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere.
Twitter, on it.
Yes, and website, BeingShe.com. So
thank you so much. We really appreciate your time today.
Thank you so much, Casey. It was wonderful and lovely talking with you.
And we've learned something. Guys, that is it for us on the Lovin Dubai show. We're back with you every single weekday morning, same time, same place. Stay safe and wash your hands. Bye-bye.